Hello and welcome to TVC News. We begin the news this hour with reports that 3 Nigerians who were recently evacuated from Dubai have tested positive for the coronavirus. Lagos Commissioner for Health, Professor Akin Bayomi, made this known via his Twitter handle. According to him, those affected have been admitted to Lagos COVID-19 Care Center for appropriate treatment protocols. Edo State government has announced that 2 out of the 10 active cases in the state have tested negative for coronavirus disease. The cases are a 3-year-old and 13-year-old contact of the third case in Enugu, who is an indigene of Edo State, with positive travel history to and from Jos, Plateau State. The State Commissioner for Health, Obi Emmanuel Ikechukwu, disclosed this in a statement, revealed that their patients are undergoing assessment for discharge from the State Isolation Center and Treatment Center. Currently, Edo State now has 8 active cases of COVID-19, 2 already treated and discharged, while another 2 are on the verge of being discharged after testing negative for the coronavirus disease twice. It's the turn of media practitioners in Enugu to receive palliatives and relief materials from the state government as part of efforts to reduce economic hardships caused by a stay-at-home order instituted to halt the spread of the coronavirus. Other associations and organizations had already benefited from the exercise, which began on the 10th of May. Bamidele Ajayi reports.
Edo State government commenced the sharing of palliatives and relief materials to different groups, including the security agencies,
on behalf of Pentecostal Fellowship of Nigeria,
interdenominational churches, the Muslim community, civil society organizations, transport association, care homes also got their shares. Now, it is the turn of the media practitioners in the state, whose functions fall technically in the category of essential duty.
We started with the churches. Of course, we all pray, but we know that they pray for us constantly. We've done for the less privileged to the Muslim community. We have a long program of events in this palliative distribution. It's happened that today is the turn of the NUJ and the Ratao.
In appreciation to the importance of this class of citizens in the society, the leader of the Edo State House of Assembly described journalists as partner in nations building.
We did this not only to help you by way of the palliative, but also to thank you for the partnership that has worked, that is working, and that we expect will continue to work.
Representatives of different media organizations described the gesture as laudable.
+1 for government to remember the pen pushers, to remember the journalists at this very auspicious time, at this very time that hunger is wiring almost everybody, both big, small and medium human beings. So it's kudos to the government of Edo State for this very gesture.
This palliative does not mean that journalists don't have food in their homes. But I think they are recognizing the watchdog role and of course the hazard associated with this, the coverage of this COVID-19.
Journalists are often described as the fourth estate of the realm, the other visible elements that interact between the led and the government. Their operations are so visible in the era of the COVID-19. They ensure that information gets to your doorstep, even at the expense of their lives. These are some of the parameters that Enugu State government considered and feels these people of special skill should be rewarded and be appreciated for their effort.
Whether the coronavirus has come to stay or not, journalists will still be available, performing their duties for the growth and development of society. Bamidele Ajayi, TVC News, Enugu.
Nigeria now has recorded 176 new cases of the COVID-19, bringing the total number of infections in the country to 5,621. The Nigeria Center for Disease Control announced this late Saturday. Of the new cases, 95 are confirmed to be in Lagos, 31 in Oyo, while 11 are in the FCT. Also, 8 each are in Niger and Borno State, 6 in Jigawa, 4 in Kaduna, 3 in Anambra, 2 each in Edo, Rivers, Nasarawa and Bauchi, and 1 each in Benue and Zamfara states. The agency also noted that the number of recovered cases had jumped from 1,320 on Friday to 1,472, while the death toll increased by 5 to 176. Globally, more than 4.5 million people have been infected and more than 308,000 have died from the pandemic. About 1.6 million others have recovered. A pregnant patient of the COVID-19 has been successfully delivered of a baby boy at the Gbagada Isolation Center in Lagos. Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu confirmed this on his Twitter handle on Saturday. The governor says both mother and baby are doing well. Governor Sanwo-Olu also announced the discharge of 67 more patients from 4 isolation centers in the state after testing negative twice for the coronavirus. He added that the number of patients successfully managed and discharged from the isolation facilities in Lagos now stands at 608. And sadly, in Kano State, the Ministry of Health says a 4-month-old child is one of the 20 new COVID-19 cases that were recorded in the state on Friday. The State Commissioner for Health, Amina Mohammed Baloni, who disclosed this on Saturday, said investigations indicate the father of the infected child had a travel history to Kano. She said the child's parents have also been tested and that their results are being awaited. The Commissioner said 15 out of the 20 new COVID-19 cases of family members are close contact of previously confirmed ones. Kano State has recorded 134 cases of COVID-19, 53 recoveries and 3 deaths. The COVID-19 index case in Imo State has been discharged alongside 2 others. Governor Hope Uzodinma disclosed this while giving an update on COVID-19 cases in the state. Imo State now has 4 active cases of the virus with no death recorded.
Out of the 7 cases, we have discharged a total of 3 persons and remaining 4. And the 4 are undergoing treatment. So it brings to this current status 3 discharged people who have turned negative in line with the guidelines of National Center for Disease Control. So as today in Imo State, the tally is now 4 persons that are yet to be treated successfully.
President Muhammad Buhari has received a much talked about native drug for the treatment of COVID-19. The president says the opinion of scientists will be considered before this formulation and others like it will be allowed to be administered to patients. The samples were delivered by the president of Guinea-Bissau, Emir of Daura, who came to consult with President Buhari on his plan of forming a government of national unity after a turbulent electoral process in his country. President Mbalo admitted that he will acquire assistance from Nigeria to shape up his country, which he inherited with a number of problems and pressing issues.
For me, in this situation or another situation, I can come to see greet my father. That's why I'm here.
So what have you come to tell him?
Just the situation in Guinea-Bissau and then to know about him.
There was some contention after President Mbalo won the elections. And in fact, there was a process that the judiciary had got involved in, and it was at the Supreme Court. And no decision had been taken yet. But it was clear to everybody that the elections had been free and fair, and that President Mbalo had won. So he went ahead with the swearing-in ceremony and forced the issue, and then ECOWAS recognized him as the legitimate president of Guinea-Bissau.
The Emir of Daura, Omar Farouk, has thanked President Muhammad Buhari and all his well-wishers for their concern and prayers while he was in hospital. He addressed the press at his Katsina residence after being discharged from the hospital. The Emir was hospitalized for close to 2 weeks at the intensive care unit of the FMC Katsina due to ill health linked to cardiovascular problems. The monarch, who is now fit and sound after being discharged from the hospital, described the trying moment as overwhelming and prayed to God to assist the world in overcoming the challenges of the coronavirus. Farouk Omar Farouk is the 60th monarch in the ruling class of the Emirates, and he is being loved for his simplicity and quest for development of his domain.
This is a trial period for me and the entire world, but thank God I have fully recovered from the health challenge. I want to use this medium to call on the people to support government
at this pandemic period by abiding by what they ask from us. My days at the hospital availed me to see the practicability of the efforts being made in the health sector. I also wish to appreciate all the people that considered us in prayers. Long live Nigeria.
And stay with us on TVC News. Coming up, tea farmers appeal for government intervention after incessant attacks on the communities. This story and more after this break.